We are the moon.
And welcome to the night. That is a massive hood.
I know, I had to use it.
We like our warmth in Minnesota because we get very cold. Like, I like the whole jackets.
The studio's kind of chilly, so I thought...
It's a very chilly studio, and I took my shoes off, so my feet are kind of cold. And I usually have them on. So guess what? Bum, ba, ba, dum. Long awaited, everybody's been wanting to know about Mishaps number 2 and where I was about to leave off. I said I ran a snowmobile. I don't know if I even said snowmobile. I said I ran and we stopped.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Somewhere around there. And I what happened was...
Technical difficulties, actually.
Shh, quiet.
We filmed the whole video and just decided to make it a 2-part because of stuff.
Because we're so smart. So I ran a snowmobile through a wall. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Yeah, you're probably jaw dropped. I was on a snowmobile. I was 12. He was there. I was 12 years old and young, whatever, and I was on a snowmobile. Thought I had control. Maybe I did. Who knows what happened? I went through a puddle and came up right, and this was at my church. Yes, I ran through the back end of the back of the building of my church. Right between a steel door and a window, like literally like 2 inches from both sides. Yeah.
Miraculous.
Yeah, very miraculously. So, for those of you who are jaw-dropped, yeah, I did that. And so if you want to pause the video so you can sit there and continue going, what? You can do that, that's fine. Welcome back to if you just unpause the video. I had a hole in my cheek.
Yep.
Probably can't see the scar. Like, one of the guys from the church was there, and he said he could have poked his finger through my cheek and touched my tongue. He saw it just sitting there, and I remember them pulling this dead skin, or the chopped skin, out of my mouth. I mean, it was... Sorry for those of you with a weak stomach. I'll stop there.
Just wait till later.
Yeah. Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, it was, I was there.
Mm-hmm.
I was in a different room. I was part of the youth band at the time. And we had just, like, I don't remember if the drummer had like hit a really big
I think that's what it was from the stories I heard.
It was something like that. But there was some big event that happened, and right as it happened, it was like the doors blew open from the church. Like all of the doors just went and there was this big rush of wind and noise, and we were all like that
didn't sound good.
That's not what normally happens when you hit a drum cymbal.
And from the stories I heard, there were the girls out in the foyer, and their hair went poof, just flew up from the air pressure. So I mean, all in all, it was a crazy story. And I went to the hospital. They put a metal plate in my jaw, and I had it in there from March till December. That was a good time. My face was so swollen. But you had another one too.
I do have another story. A mishappening.
Let's hear that one.
So, you know what a tandem bicycle is?
Yeah, I think I know what a tandem
bicycle is. This is a tandem tricycle.
Tandem tricycle, aren't they all 3-wheeled?
I know what you're thinking. But no. Well, yes, and
typically, I guess
typically a tandem bicycle, even if it's in a line, still has like 3 wheels.
It still has another wheel.
But this was a like a tricycle, like the 2 wheels on the side and the back, and then one in the front.
Okay.
And it was a bench for 2 people to sit at with a long handlebar.
Oh, so it was like a romantic little thing. You could sit next to each other. Okay.
Yeah, except you had to share in the work.
Right.
And steer with this big bar.
Okay.
And I, like the genius kid that I was at the time, I really was. That's another story though. I figured out how to drift this tricycle. Bing! Bing! Light bulb! Well, not so much drift, just whip donuts.
Right. Okay.
So then people started asking me to take them on rides.
Sure.
To
I was too scared at the time.
take them donut whipping.
Yeah.
And oddly enough, it was mostly girls that were all like, "Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, it was
Take
cute.
me
It was like,
for a
Aaron's
ride."
taking me for a ride. Okay.
Yeah, no.
What happened?
The last girl. It's always the last one.
Yep.
But this literally was like, you are the last one. After this, we're not doing anymore. This wasn't like there was still 3 more in line, but
Yep.
after this, it was the last one. This is literally the last one. Told her the rules. You're going to get scared. You're going to freak out. But don't jump off. Scream as much as you want. Grab onto my arm. I don't really care. Don't jump off.
I see what you did there. Oh, it wasn't more like a, you can grab onto my arm. It was like a, you can grab onto my arm.
You can grab onto my arm.
Okay, keep going.
It wasn't like that.
No. I don't think so.
At least not with this girl. But, yeah, those are the rules. You can scream, whatever, freak out, I don't care.
And she did
Don't
what?
jump off, because if you jump off, the weight gets balanced and things don't go right. And she was like, "Oh no, I am the champ at not freaking out," kind of thing.
Of course you are.
Of course you
Right.
are. She was kind of a tomboy, so I believed her. And I was like, "All right, let's go." So we went, and as soon as I went to go whip the first donut, she screamed and jumped off. Like the first one, before we even like skidded like 2 feet. She jumped. It was frightening.
Okay, so
Because
she jumps off.
She jumps off. And at that moment, because her weight is no longer there, all of the weight was on my side. So it started to flip up
Over you.
over me.
Oh my gosh.
And I instinctively pushed the steering wheel the other direction to turn it.
Mm-hmm.
And that momentum slammed the tandem tricycle down with enough force to throw me up into the air.
Oh wow.
On the seat. So like I was in the air holding onto this handlebar, and I pulled the handlebar in thinking, okay, well it corrected it the last time, so maybe.
Do it
and
again.
all of this is in like a split second because you're just like,
Bam.
but for me it was all in slow motion, especially this part.
What's
So-
this part?
Handlebars out, I'm up in the air, and I start to pull the handlebar in, and all of the weight comes down, and I just drilled myself right in the
Right in the alley.
pants area,
Right.
as we discussed in an earlier episode for pants area deodorant.
Yeah. Deodorant wouldn't have helped you in this case.
No. I still have a couple scars.
So, gentlemen,
From
it's
that
okay to
one.
cry at the thought of this.
Yeah, cringe all
Yeah.
you want, throw up. I almost did. I
He
literally-
did. I remember
literally almost
being
wrote.
there.
So here I am, I like on the floor, and I'm like just getting myself to stand up, and the girl, I'm not going to mention her name, comes running over like, "Oh my gosh, are you okay? Do you need me to help you?" And I was like, "No. Just go back to the house."
I don't want to
And
see your face.
And she's like, "But like, you look hurt." I'm like, "I'm fine. Just go." I was like mentally, like it did hurt, but it was like
I
one of those
bet.
things where like it hurts so much that it like starts to numb and you don't really feel it. Like I knew there was something wrong
Yep.
down there, and I was just so mad that she jumped off so quickly
Wow.
that I was just like, I don't even want to see you right now. Just go. Without being like that rude. Yeah.
Wow.
Went into the bathroom to check myself, and I ripped a hole through my pants, my boxers, my manhood, and my leg.
On a happy note, he's still alive.
I'm still alive.
And he has
I
a
have
child.
a son. It didn't hit that.
Details later.
Details another time.
He still he has a super
I still
adorable
function.
kid. He's
I'm a functioning.
he functions. The fountain works.
That's like a psychological term if you're like a functioning anything.
Okay.
I'm a functioning adult.
I'm gonna turn the table for 1 second so we can just shut this out. If anybody can see this little scar on my, it's not necessarily little. Everybody notices it. And it's a pretty decent sized scar right through my eyebrow. And I'm just gonna give you this one before we send you on your way. There was a tin garbage can, just a small one, like a corner can. It was tin, so it was solid. Brother knocks it off a desk in the middle of the night, and it falls on my head. No cool story about it. I just had my brother knock a tin garbage can on my head, and I have a sweet looking scar and the stupidest story.
Mm-hmm. When I was a young kid, I thought scars were the coolest thing.
I did too.
So anytime
I do too. Right now, I like it.
Anytime something crazy happened to me and I like got a scab, I would pick the scab to try and make sure that it's scarred, and I would tell myself as I was picking it, I will never forget this day.
As you said in the last mishaps episode, and
I have all these scars and I don't remember any of them except that one.
So, here's my challenge to all of you guys. If you have the weirdest mishap, if you have a noticeable scar of some sort, you should take a picture and then tag the hashtag WTTnight to it. Post it on Twitter, Instagram, whatever. We'll find it.
We will.
And we want to see that. I think it'd be really cool. Because we told you our stories. Tell us your stories.
Now it's your turn to tell us yours.
We go, you go. So I think that's about it.
That's about it.
All right. Well, you guys have a wonderful night.
Have a good night.
And don't get too hurt.